Welcome to the Ambitious Coach Podcast. This is a place where driven, determined coaches learn how to get off the business growth struggle bus and learn how to build a wildly profitable online coaching business. I'm your host, Allison Henderson, corporate dropout to six-figure social media business coach. I'm going to show you how I've been able to create the business of my dreams organically, all through utilizing my social media platforms. So pull up a seat, take some notes, and get ready to see your life and bank account transform. Hello, and welcome to the Ambitious Coach Podcast, hosted by yours truly, Allison Henderson. This is the trailer and introduction episode, so I'll be sharing with you what to expect out of this podcast and more about who I am. The Ambitious Coach Podcast specifically will help coaches and consultants build wildly profitable online coaching businesses, all through using their social media platforms. I'm not only going to share personal strategies and experiences, but I'll also be including guests on my podcast that will share their expertise on how to grow your mindset and your business. Episodes will be dropped once a week, but at the beginning, I will be including a few more just to get the ball rolling. So here is what I know about you. You are driven, you are ambitious, you're determined, and you're a specialist at what you do. You know that if someone just bought your offer, you could literally transform their whole life. But something is missing. Something has you feeling a little stuck, a little lost in this whole business thing. You want clients, you want to make six figures, and let's be real, probably much, much more than that. And you want raving fans and followers that truly love you. You want to feel free in your life and in your business. But so far, that isn't happening. And when you share what you're doing online, you aren't really getting flooded with DMs or people interested in your offers. So what if you had a strategy that could get more of your dream clients on the phone? What if you knew how to have genuine sales conversations in the DMs or even in an email to sell your offers? What if you could create clients for yourself whenever you wanted? What if you had more confidence to fully put yourself out there and let yourself be seen? So here's the thing. Confident people get results. Confident people make more money. That is just the truth. This podcast will expand your comfort zone and give you tactics and strategies that will make you feel much more confident to ask for the sale and to show up on your social media as that go-to expert, as your truest, highest, most successful self. So if you don't know me at all, hello, I am Allison Henderson. I am an online social media business coach and founder of Social Media Sales Blueprint. This is my signature business coaching program. And I also have a program called Social Selling 101. So you're going to be hearing a lot more about these programs in future episodes because these are primary ways that you're going to be able to work with me. So now I am going to share with you my whole life story. Okay, just kidding. But honestly, I really do want to share my story because I need you to really understand that I am just like you. I have had struggles, I've had challenges, and I've been able to come out of these due to coaching and support. For the past, I would say 15 years of my life, I've really dedicated my career into learning everything I can about sales and marketing. I was that chick in college who actually majored in sales and promotion. I have this vivid memory of one of my professors who had just literally asked the class, "Who here wants to make money?" And of course, I raised my hand. But guys, there were actual people in this class that did not raise their hand. And I was curious. I was like, WTF, why are these people not raising their hands? So I knew I was different. And I quickly realized that I was put into like this sales group inside this class. And those people that were put in that group were going to be selling things. They were the ones that were going to sell the things that those other people were going to create. So, while I'm still in this college era, my whole life actually changed while I was in college. In the summer of, I call it the summer of 2008, I actually decided to study abroad. I did a summer semester in Mexico. And then immediately after that, I went to Florence, Italy for a fall semester. So I was traveling for probably a whole 6 months or so. And I was introduced to this new way of life. I call it like the simpler way of life. I definitely got bit by the travel bug. We traveled all over Europe during that time, and I really just wanted to see the world. I wanted to live how the locals lived. I really was inspired and felt so alive while traveling. But here's the kicker. I had to come home, right? My last semester as a senior, I was really depressed. I could barely function on some days. I had this thing called reverse culture shock. So I came home from this amazing, crazy experience to this like boring way of life in Indiana. And I really questioned, like, what do I want to do when I grow up? Like I felt really lost, like, but maybe I could travel and do this thing full time. Could I make money and see the world? Well, I graduated and then had to get a job. Yes, a real 9 to 5 job. I ended up moving to Chicago and had various jobs that just weren't fulfilling. I was really unhappy. I ended up working for a group of radio stations for many, many years, and I was just miserable. I ended up getting a ton of health problems with like headaches and stomach issues. I was literally that person at the water cooler that was asking everyone, so like, you're happy working 5 days a week? Oh, you're happy working some days on the weekends? Oh, you're happy leaving your house at 7 a.m. and not coming home till like 6 p.m.? You're happy only having 10 vacation days a year? Oh, like I was honestly really miserable. Obviously, you can probably just tell by me sharing some of those things. And some of these things might really make you cringe. But honestly, like I felt horrible even taking a sick day. Like it was such a toxic work environment. And I knew I had to get out of it. And a lot did change when I had my first daughter. So she's nearly 9 now. And after I had her, I decided I had to get help. I had to see somebody. I was so lost and I just felt so stuck. I really questioned, what is my purpose? Why am I here on earth? So one of my friends at work at the time was seeing this psychic medium lady. So she told me to go book an appointment with her. And of course, you might sit there and go, Allison, really a psychic? But she honestly was so much more than that. She was an energy healer, a life coach, and just overall this like badass hippie dippy lady. So I booked this session with her. And not only did this session change my whole life, but she made me see that I didn't have to live this normal 9 to 5 life that everybody else was living. I can have this thing called an alternative lifestyle. I could make money and be happy doing what I wanted to do. I didn't have to live based off of societal norms. So anyway, she helped me a lot. And I did end up quitting my 9 to 5 job. However, I didn't have much of a plan per se. I did know I really wanted to travel still. I wanted to be able to stay at home with my family. And I also knew I wanted to be wildly wealthy. I wanted that freedom-based lifestyle that everybody was talking about. I ended up moving back to my hometown in Indiana. I did some traveling as well, but I came home to just figure out my life. I actually started teaching online English, to children in China. So while I was doing this, I dove so deep into spiritual development and just personal development. I was reading books, doing meditations, energy work, and obviously too, still getting coached through this. And because Facebook was listening in on my thoughts and reading my mind, I actually started seeing ads for life coaching certification programs. It was something I knew I wanted to do, something that was like kind of in the back of my mind for years. So I ended up just taking this course. I learned a ton about coaching, but I finally had that moment of, I found my purpose. So I had this new spark inside of me that was so enlightened, and literally I became obsessed. I always wanted a job where I woke up in the morning being like, I'm so excited to work today. So I literally had found that. And obviously you guys, I'm recording this, I'm still a coach. I'm still doing this. That's why I am here. I'm here to share my purpose. I'm here to coach you. And so for the past 4+ years, I've coached hundreds of women with their online businesses. I've made more money than I ever did in my corporate jobs. And I've figured out many of those hows, those missing pieces, and really the mindset component too of being an entrepreneur. So this podcast is going to be something that is designed to share with you more about my strategies, my frameworks, and anything really related to growing your online business so that you can literally have everything that you desire and live out your life purpose. So that was my story. Thank you so much for listening to all that. Wow, I can't really wait to just dive in. This is just going to be so much fun. So thank you for being here. And I can't wait to coach you and see your business turn into everything that you desire. And I'll see you in episode 1.